Hey guys, my name is Mo, and it has almost been 6 months since I got back from Scotland. It's crazy. I mean, literally last January, that was almost a year ago, I was just getting ready to leave for one of the best experiences of my entire life. I did more traveling in those 6 months than I ever thought was possible. I met so many wonderful people, and I pushed myself farther than I ever thought I was capable of. But honestly, none of these things would have been possible without the Benjamin A. Gilman Scholarship. And as my experience with the Gilman Scholarship comes to a close, I can safely say that they're one of the best promoters of study abroad that I've ever seen. They provide Pell Grant receivers a chance to apply for multiple scholarships, anywhere between $500 to $5,000. And all they ask for in the application process is a couple of questions and forms answered, as well as a couple written essays. Which honestly is pretty easy, right? Our entire college career is all essays. And the only thing they ask from you in return is to create a follow-on project that promotes study abroad for others. Hence why I'm making these videos and talking to you all. Apart from making YouTube videos, the other part of my personal follow-on project was to present about my study abroad experience to high schoolers and middle school classrooms. Which was so much fun because it's always awesome to see that spark of curiosity for travel in other people. Basically, I couldn't have gone overseas and done the things I've done without the Gilman Scholarship, and I will forever be grateful for them. So you guys were with me for my study abroad journey. Well, at least in video format. So you guys know what an incredible and life-changing experience I had over there. I explored castles, I climbed some cliff sides, I snuggled with some Highland coos. Oh my gosh, they're so cute! And I actually miss it so much. Don't get me wrong, I love being home. I missed my family so much while I was away. But at the same time, I feel like I found a little home in its own right while in Scotland. Sure, it wasn't one I was very familiar with, and there were new things around every corner, but I really enjoyed getting to experience those firsthand, and then making them a part of my daily life. A home away from home, if you will. And honestly, I think I began to feel this way because I chose to study abroad for a longer length of time. I mean, I always knew I had to study abroad. It's actually a graduation requirement at my university, but it was completely up to me how long I wanted to go and stay there for. A couple weeks? A month? How long? Well, as you know, I ended up choosing to go abroad for an entire semester, and I'm really glad I did, because a lot happens in a semester. I really got to experience Scotland in a way that was more than just a week of sightseeing. Not that there's anything wrong with visiting a place for only a short amount of time. Believe me, I of all people know how important sticking to a budget can be. And the important thing is that people are taking the time to expand their horizons a little bit, contribute a little more to a peaceful global community. So it really doesn't matter how long you go for. Either way, you're going to have a life-changing experience that really shifts your perspective on things. But that being said, if you do ever get a chance to do some long-term traveling, just do it. It's amazing. Yeah. So some people ask me what my favorite moments or trips were while studying abroad. But because that question is nearly impossible to answer to begin with, I'm going to split the answers into Scotland, London, and Amsterdam. For Scotland, it's between the Outer Hebrides and Stonehaven. In the Hebrides, one of the coolest things we did, and the craziest, was we walked 10 miles on foot to go see the Callanish Standing Stones. Here's a picture of them here. And then Stonehaven is literally a castle built into the cliffside hanging over the North Sea. And you know, like, William Wallace burnt it down at some point in history, so like, how could you not love it? And for London, I would say the Sherlock Holmes Museum. No question. Done deal. The Sherlock Holmes Museum. And obviously for Amsterdam is the Vincent van Gogh Museum. Oh my gosh. I could live there. He was such an incredible human being. I can't even. He's so talented. You can see it in everything he makes. Don't get me started. I'll never stop. So what are the top 10 life lessons I've learned from studying abroad? Rapid fire round. Wait, what? Ready, go. Okay, in no particular order. 1, the world is so much bigger than you could ever imagine, and it's every person's duty to love, care for, and explore it. 2, don't ever let fear stop you from doing what you want to do. You'll regret it in the long run. 3, don't let money stop you from doing something you want to do. There are resources out there you can find to help you. Also, you'd regret it in the long run. 4, the folkloric history of a place is always 10 times more interesting than the actual history. Except Scotland, where every story any Scot tells is amazing. 5, wherever you travel to, try to build a campfire. Good memories always come with campfires. 6, you are capable of doing amazing things and going to amazing places. And when you do, take lots of pictures. 7, travel with an open heart and mind. It makes places feel more like home and makes you more friends to keep in contact with. 8, wherever you go and whatever you do, be respectful. It's just what's right. 9, cities are fun, but some of the best parts of traveling is the nature you encounter. So go find it. And 10, not to Shia LaBeouf anyone, but just get out there and do what you want to do. Just ultimately be smart and carry kindness with you. So some of you might be thinking, what's next for me? And to tell you the truth, I've thought far too little about that. Curse you, finals! But I do think a lot about the big picture of my life as a whole. For example, I know I want to go abroad again. Actually, as many times as humanly possible. I mean, the ideal situation would be to go live over in Scotland for a couple of years and work and tour Europe whenever I got the chance to. You know, go off and find a little more adventure before real life actually starts happening. But we'll see. I'm really passionate about getting into the publishing field and getting my own writing out there. And Scotland doesn't necessarily have a lot of opportunities in the publishing field yet. At least not a lot that I could find. So for now, I think I'm just ready to play it by ear. Working hard, of course, but playing it by ear. So yeah, there are plenty of things ahead of me, but study abroad will leave a lasting impact on my life and my decisions moving forward. It was one of the best things that could have happened to me as a person. And it's all thanks to the Gilman Scholarship. Seriously guys, go check them out, especially if you're worried about funding your own program, you have friends you think might benefit from knowing about them, or even if you're just curious. Because like I said, it's really easy to apply, just a couple of forms and essays. The Gilman Scholarship is great in supporting people with financially difficult situations, people from diverse backgrounds, first-generation college students, and people who speak multiple languages or would like to. Basically, they have a whole lot of opportunities to discover, so I really recommend you go and check them out. The link's down in the description. Thank you, Gilman! And just as a quick thing, I picked a relatively easy place to study abroad. Sure, I mean, Scotland is far away, but like, people speak English, their customs are relatively similar to what I'm used to. But there are so many more places to see and discover and experience in this great big world of ours. Places that push you out of your comfort zone and open your mind and heart to all new ways of existence. So, just as a closing thought, I really hope you guys get there yourselves one day. And when you do, take lots of pictures. Thanks, guys. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have the next big thing to attend to.